Hi there, welcome to Dave Downie's Fly Fishing World YouTube channel. Today I'm going to tie a red tag but with a difference. This is one that my good friend Simon Cocker's been fishing an awful lot of this year. Really is a good fly. What I've got in the hook size is a 12 and we're using a Skalka hook today, but normally I would use a Dohiku or a Skalka jig hook. I'm using a Bidoz 2.3mm gold bead. I will tie it with 3.3s on this size as well, just so I've got the extra weight if I need it to get down. Now I'm using 8/0 black uni thread. Personally, I like that thread for the bigger flies. If I go below a 12, I'm going to use my Wisp 14/0 black, which is good. What we're now going to use is, for the rib of the fly, it's a soft wire, red medium, small, sorry. I'll just tie that in. I always tie that in inside the bead, which then keeps all the pointy bits out of the way. Okay. Now the thing about this fly is we're going to use Veniards red Holo-G for the tail. That's medium. You could use smaller on the smaller flies, but I'm going to use a medium on 12s and above. Now that if you notice in the video, it's actually red, not this pinky colour that a lot of other companies seem to be selling as red holographic, but it's not. So I've cut a length off. What I'm going to do is fold it once, fold it twice, and fold it a third time. So we'll end up with a wee loop. So we'll then catch that loop in, and we'll tie it down. Don't worry about any of the wee bits sticking up. So just wind back to the bend again. At that point I'm going to trim it. In the water it looks fantastic, you know, it just gives off that. And I don't know, I think adding a little bit of red holographic to a lot of flies makes a huge difference. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Peacock, which you can see by the stalk has been dyed flame red. So I'm just wanting a couple of strands off of this. 2 strands is enough for a fly this size. Depending on the way you want to tie it in, I like to tie it in by the tip, but I cut about an inch of the tip off and then just catch it in. So I'm going to go right back up to the bead with the thread, and I'm going to go right back down. At this point I'm going to put some varnish to add strength just on the shank. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the thread, I'm going to sit it like that, and then I'm just going to wind the Peacock around the thread. Now I'm going from right to left on the thread. I don't think it would make much difference, but because I'm right-handed it makes it easier for me. So keep doing that until you get enough on the thread, or you think you've got enough, and then just start winding. Up the shank of the hook. Now I want to stop and leave a bit of a gap at the front. So I'm quite happy with that. I'll just take that back off and then just tie it in. 3 or 4 turns and then trim. Now the next point is to bring out the wire rib up and tie it in. Give it a bit of a shake and you can see nice and strong. So you've got 3 anchor points there for the dubbing, well, the Peacock. Next thing I'm going to use furnace or Greenwells, whatever you want to call it. I'm using a whiting one because basically I think if you buy a quality Hackle it'll last a lot longer, you know, so I think buying quality always works better. So this actual Hackle's already been used for one fly, so you can see I can get another fly out of it. Tie that in. and then just hackle pliers or fingers, whatever you prefer. 1, 2 turns, that's all you need, and tie it off. If you're brave you might get another fly out of that hackle, but I doubt it. And then just pull the hackle back. Now I'm going to use my Hare's Ear Gold mix again, which will be available on my website quite soon. If you want it, you can email me. I have it, some packets made up. So Hare's Ear Gold in at the front, and then just whip finish. And tie it off. Just another great fly to add to the armoury. You can see it there, you can see the profile, everything's good about it. The tail, as I say, so a lot of my flies have got a wee bit red holographic, either in the thorax or the butt, and it works.